Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Did you know we recently updated rancorsbrothel.com along with our new branding? The updated website includes a detailed archive page, online reviews, a gift shop, and alternate ways to contact the podcast. Check out some favorite old episodes, leave us a review, buy some merch, or drop us a line. All available now at rancorsbrothel.com. Don't wait, check it out today. And if you need dice, check out our friends at metallicdicegames.com. Friends of the podcast can get 10% off any order using the promo code RBP10. Enjoy the show.
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents... Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler. Your eyes open. You're laying on an uncomfortable, rocky surface. You're staring up at a dark night sky with sort of a thin, wispy clouds moving across. The two moons and strangely luminescent black stars hang ominously in the sky over your head. You can hear the soft lapping of water as it crashes upon the shore, and you feel this sort of intense, uncomfortable sense of being watched, of dread, of feeling disturbed just permeate your entire body. You're terrified and you have no idea why.
Did you say how, like, was the sky very starry?
Yeah, but they're not bright. They're
black stars.
Yeah, you said black stars.
dim.
Twin moons.
I assume
Right.
we're on the shore of a lake.
Yes. I don't know. What would you like to do?
Look, take in my surroundings. Am I at a lake? Am I on an ocean?
You kind of turn your head to the left and to the right. You feel and hear the rocks rattle underneath. In one direction, you see a dark body of water. Sort of off to the horizon line, you don't really see a distinguishing difference between the night sky and the water's surface. When you look in the other direction, you can see that you're on the outskirts of a ruined city. There are collapsed buildings, towers, sort of junk and rubble everywhere. It's sort of impossible to tell where you are.
Oh, I know where I am.
So maybe we should head to the abandoned buildings. Maybe there's some help there.
Is there a boat?
Are you getting up and moving?
No, yeah,
around?
I'll stand up, stretch, crack my neck.
As you sort of look around, you see that 50 yards down the way, you can see what looks like some wooden rowboats, maybe more longboats. Something similar to like ancient peoples might have used, something much less modern as a rowboat in the distance. You could see many of them sort of bobbing up and down in the water.
So is this how intense is this fear that we're feeling, and is it like clouding us at all, or?
No, I mean it's uncomfortable. You don't know how you got to where you're at. You're not sure where you are. There's probably a little bit of like almost a brain fog, but you just get the sense that your every movement is being watched and scrutinized by someone you can't see.
Where are we? Do you guys recognize this place?
Pull out the postcard.
Yeah, I mean you can look at the postcard.
I show it to you.
Yeah.
So, on the question of recognize, though, so when we were in the hospital, in the upside down place, or whatever you want to call it, we could see. I don't know if we could see if it was ruins that we saw. Was that what we were seeing when we saw
Spires.
You saw spires. You didn't see ruins per se.
Do we see any sign of similar spires even among the ruins?
Hard to say. I mean, it's entirely possible. You see broken buildings. Could be. I mean, it's hard to tell. This city is is full of rot and decay, and it looks like it could have been bombed. It's utterly obliterated. So
Palace is on the other side of the lake.
Yeah. How big is the lake? Like, could we navigate around it? Like, if we went around it, would we go to the city? Do we need to cross the lake to get to the city?
the city is basically behind you.
Oh, okay.
The lake kind of in front of you, or however you want to orient that. There, the shore is sort of running. What do I want to say? Perpendicular to the other two places, if that makes sense. So yeah, you can look out into the lake. You can look back into the ruined city.
Out across the lake, do we see anything?
You do not.
Okay. I'm going to look for any sign of like footprints or anything, trying to get a sense of if we, granted we probably just arrived here, but if we were marched here, if people have been coming and going, what direction are they coming from? Do I get any sign of movement?
Alertness roll for Gideon.
Got it.
As you look around, the shore is really rocky. It's not sandy. So seeing any signs, like there are just signs of disturbed and shuffled stones, but you don't know what. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. You know what I mean? You can't see prints in it. You realize that none of you have talked about any sort of source of light or providing any sort of light, so it's incredibly dark. You've got a little bit of light from the sky. There is no light coming from the city as far as you can tell, but you can see glints along the water.
I don't got my lantern still.
If you do, it is not currently lit.
Is there a vibrance in the clouds as if there is another source of light, like another city that's not ruined, or something like you would see like downtown lights from afar?
No.
Okay.
But you said glints along the lake?
On the surface of the lake.
On the surface of the
Is
lake.
it like the moon reflection, or
No, it is not.
I think I have an idea
there
what
was
it
no
is.
boat?
Yeah, no, he saw a series of boats
They're
farther
boats.
down. He can see sort of dark forms that look like sort of long boats.
Let's go hop on one of those boats
And go where?
to the other side of the lake. Is that what we're here to do?
So, our note from the Clockwork Child says the labyrinth, the author, his bottle, the city, the lake. So, if we're
after the
following this as instructions,
What comes after lake?
Yeah, what's after the lake?
it's shadow and the battle.
Okay, then I feel like that does kind of point to the city.
I don't really want to fight a shadow creature out of the water, man. That's not my plan today.
Are there the two of you? So you're kind of standing around. Anything you want to look at or do?
Do we get a sense of how wide the lake is? Can we see sort of like it bend around, or
No, I mean, it just seems to be almost endless shore, endless ruin, and endless lake.
Okay.
You're not seeing it. It is somewhat difficult to see. It is incredibly dark.
I would point out, just to kind of get a sense, does everyone see the lights, the pinpoints of the lights in the lake?
I don't know. Do we all need to roll alertness for that?
No, if he points it out, you can see that there are lights on the surface of the water.
Yeah.
So, when I took my bathroom swim, it very much felt like I was in dark water, swimming towards pinpoints of light, which were those windows that took me places. So, if we go across the lake, I would suggest really trying not to fall.
Is that when your reflection pulled you in the mirror?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Right. I don't know if you actually told us that, but
I don't know if you were there. I told them. So that was one of my big sanity lost moments.
no, I was there. Yeah, because I think I was rushing through bathrooms trying to find you.
At the museum.
So like one of
Library.
Yeah, library.
Yeah.
So I think you were able to get a hold of one of us on the phone or something. So if I remember right. Anyways,
we got you out.
You guys have been through a lot.
oh yeah, yeah, buddy.
I pushed Thomas in the lake.
It's your fault.
Wait, so do we still have the bottles? I'm gonna check my
assume-
person. I don't know if I don't think I was carrying one, but
I had them both, yes.
do we still have them? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just no one checked. I don't think so.
It's a good thing to check, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have JC Lynn's bottle and
Wild.
Wilds.
got it.
Is there anything else to? So is the light on the lake? You said it's not the moon reflection,
No,
but is it any other kind of reflection, or is it just simmering?
you're gonna go over towards the shore and look a little closer.
Yes.
As you go over to the shore and you look down, you see the lights aren't on the surface. The lights are under the water.
Can I tell how deep?
By 5.
Oh, I forgot to bring the dice. Got it right here. Either way, it's a fail.
Okay. You would say that the lights, and there are numerous lights underneath the water. You would say, I don't know, 100, 150 feet, maybe. It says 50 meters, whatever the American equivalent of that would be.
Don't touch the surface of that water.
Is this Flynn telling me, or is this Gideon?
This is Gideon.
Okay.
Gideon would probably, out of curiosity, sidle over. And do I get a similar feeling that Flynn surmised?
Not quite, no.
Yeah, I got hit by 5.
You saw pinpricks of light in the distance when you're under the water. Like, associating what you saw, what you encountered then and now is not a bad assumption. It is similar feeling. But what you saw were like pinpoints of light in the distance. What you're seeing now, there's definitely shape and definition to these lights, and they're different types of sources. Some lights are at the top of something, some lights are around something, and you start to realize that you're actually seeing the lights of a city. You're seeing gas lights along streets. You're seeing lights at the tops of buildings. You're seeing, windows and stuff like that.
So they're not really physical lights that we could probably get.
It occurs to you with your int by 5 roll, Gideon, that what you're seeing is an exact reflection of what's behind you.
We are in the upside down. We need to go to the right side up. So we need to swim down.
Daniel's scared of water from previous sessions.
That character's gone.
Fear still remains. That water was clear.
This complicates things. What is the city? Is the city here or is the city there? What is the lake? Is the lake here or is the lake what? Where do we start?
Is there any kind of container around on the shore, maybe? Any kind of jar or...
I got these bottles.
Are there anything in the bottles?
We're not opening them.
But you can shake it. Can you feel weight to it?
Not gonna bother with it.
I don't think you can open them, right?
I don't think we can.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know if they were sealed or...
Surely they are.
We tried to break one, right?
Yeah.
I think I was going through them in a pile and none of them broke while I was throwing them behind me. So they're pretty sturdy. But.
I clearly don't play this game enough because I'm going to ask this question, but do I feel hungry?
Why?
I want to know. I want to know if I'm in the real yet.
Roll Sam.
You'll never know.
That was a choice. We'll come back to that.
I want to know.
Let me skip ahead a few pages here.
That's pretty bad.
Thanks, Spencer.
Can you throw him off?
No, it's just I didn't expect anyone to ask that. There's a whole section in here. I just gotta. Yeah, you all suddenly feel incredibly hungry.
Oh no, we don't all. Just that one.
No, you all suddenly feel hungry.
Good.
As if you haven't eaten in days. You really should eat soon.
Good thing I brought this food with me. I pull out some bread.
Why do you have bread?
I don't know. It's probably moldy at this point.
Yes.
I don't doubt that Franky has a piece of bread in his pocket.
I also don't doubt that it is moldy.
Yeah.
I mean, the most ironic thing about this is I'm an old dude. I subsist on a piece of toast and oatmeal a day.
Probably have some Werthers in your pocket, though.
Probably. Yeah. There you go.
Franky would check his pockets though for food, see if he has anything, because
I would say probably not.
Ever since he lost his cell phone, he hasn't had anything. Cell phone in his wallet.
Okay, so I'm curious. Does the book give you guys any clue as to where to go beyond now?
Nope.
Because I know you've heard the line along the shore the cloud waves break over and over again. Is there anything beyond that might give you some idea of what to do?
We have the whole poem.
Consult the old blessed moleskin.
I don't have the
All hail.
All hail.
Along the shore, the cloud waves break, the twin suns break behind the lake, the shadows lengthen in Carcosa. So, and the water is still, right?
Mm-hmm. There's maybe a little soft movement to it, but not...
We're not getting waves breaking, we don't have clouds in the sky, we don't have twin suns, we don't have shadows because
you did
it's
say
dark.
you had twin suns.
Twin moons.
Twin moons.
But, I mean...
So I do buy the idea that we are in the upside down.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Swim fast, swim hard, or drown trying. Or we get in a boat and just try to cross it. Maybe if you hit it at twilight, like in Pirates movies, it just flips the boat.
We're all going to become skeleton pirates?
Man, I told myself I was going to put points in swim my next character, and I did.
Every time.
Everyone.
Yeah, for this game, swim would have been nice.
Nobody ever puts points in swim in these games.
How many different people have been swimming so far?
Just 2.
He went swimming.
Yeah. I went swimming willingly, though. I mean, I guess Gideon kind of went swimming willingly, but not really. His curiosity kind of took him
I
swimming.
did it to myself. I wasn't willing, but
Curiosity got the better of you.
the
Quickly
city,
learning
the
to avoid
lake,
curiosity.
its shadow, the battle. City, the lake. The city being first with me.
Yeah.
But again, I this could be a red herring. It's led us pretty well so far.
Well, I mean, maybe there was also a different entry point, and the city could have been first, and we walked way through our city. Maybe it was just the way
That's
the route
true.
we
I
went,
mean,
and we just ended up in the middle of the two. I say we get one of those boats and we just travel the lake, see what
the
happens.
lake, its shadow. So would the shadow of the lake be?
Beyond the city.
Are we looking at the shadow of the
Yeah,
lake?
that's what I was thinking.
Well, we're looking at the reflection of the lake, but I guess you could consider a reflection and a shadow similar.
All right, Franky's voting to get on one of the ships and see what happens. Take it into the lake. Maybe we can get a better view of whatever.
I'm gonna turn back and look at the city. Do I see anything? Do I see a flash of movement? Do I see a flicker of light? Do I see an old man beckoning this way?
No, that was since a sleight of hand, man. The collector is nowhere to be
Damn, it's like I've navigated these
There's also a tree
Detwiller
there.
waters before.
Old man with a lantern.
Dive in.
You turn at Thomas Wright.
Holy
You turn at Thomas Wright and you say, "Is that you? Is that you, collector, old man?"
So Reggie just dove.
I'm squinting like I think I see an old splash.
Splash. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you splash in. There's this weird feeling. You know how when you hit the water with force, right? Like when you jump off of a diving board or something, there's this moment because you create like a pocket of air with you where it feels like for a second you're wet, but it's not like you're as wet as you could be. And then the water rushes back. You're standing on flat ground. Like you can't really like dive in, but you could go in with some force. You could belly flop or something to that effect. It's like you dove off a high dive and all the water recedes from you and it doesn't come back. The water pushes away from you.
So he's just free falling, basically, or the feeling of free falling.
Not quite, but you're probably not far off.
Like feather fall.
No fall damage.
Did you just Scrooge McDuck this
so
into
you are,
your like
you feel
pile of gold?
you feel the water like you never felt like you got wet. Like it's just as if everything is receding from you from the moment you touch the water.
Okay, well, what do we see then?
I assume that you all kind of look back as you hear sort of the jump and the scrabble of rocks.
Yeah.
You see that there is a haze from right where he impacted the water, and that haze is spreading down and out. It's as if have you ever seen fog roll in on to the lake?
Yeah.
It's like that, but as if the fog is rolling away from him and encompassing the lake at once.
So
he's
I
not.
need to know what you're doing next.
My assumption was I'm going to dive in and essentially come out the other side. Whether or not I need to sort of scramble for another shoreline or swim further down, but I'm going in.
Did you go in with your eyes open?
Yes, I would have.
Okay. You are seeing the water physically recede from you. Roll sand.
Ooh, got it.
nice.
Okay. Apparently this
Is that
doesn't.
a critical?
I mean, can you critically succeed on a sand roll?
Critically succeed on anything.
You critically succeed, which means you take the much just as much as if you did succeed. You see the water is in fact physically receding from you, and as it does, it's doing it slowly, but as it does, you continue to fall. And like it's as if you're no longer diving into water, you're starting to skydive.
Counterspell.
What would you like to do?
Aim for the bushes.
All right, make a swim roll.
Oh boy.
Base.
Nope.
The form in the mist vanishes. You're now free falling.
And I'm free. Can you throw that in? Free falling. The actual song. Just 7 seconds. We're good.
Don't sue us.
I don't think you even need 7 for that part.
We can get Ian to
Maybe.
cover it. We're fine.
Yeah, I say we take the boat. Seems like a safer way.
Well,
I mean, obviously something sinks and some stuff is sinking into this lake.
well, Thomas is gonna hobble to the edge of the lake, like worried. What the
Yeah. Has the fog that was
can we see
coming
Yeah.
from him, is that still there?
Yeah. No, the entire
But the water
lake,
has closed up where
No.
he was.
No, you don't look down to water anymore. The water is disappearing, evaporating.
But just in the spot he was in, right?
No.
No, the whole lake is now disappearing.
Correct.
Oh,
That's different.
Yeah.
That changes things.
So let's-
I assumed it was just where he dove.
No.
Okay.
No, it started. It's like as if you ever see a water balloon popped in slow motion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the needle.
Oh, so it's falling.
So is this a thing where we need to go now, or we won't have a chance of
It's possible.
breaking our fall at all?
Or is the lake going to drain, revealing a city, and we just have to walk down?
Walk down
an
to it,
incline?
right? It's a lot easier.
I mean, I don't know the right answer because
we
those
just
are
start-
very different situations.
Let's just start walking
Troy,
in
make a swim roll.
without jumping.
Yeah. Follow it down.
Believe in you.
Got it. You can see, as you look over, you can see Reggie sort of floundering like 8 to 10 meters down. It's as if the bathtub is draining. The water continues receding.
Okay,
Can I pull out a rope?
So you said the water's receding, so it's coming from the shore in, like it's going down a drain.
Kind of, yeah.
What do we see as it's doing that? Do we see anything where the water is dissipated from?
I mean, it's as if the water turned to clouds. It's like you're in a plane now, almost. Like it's everything that had fluid dynamics is disappearing.
Franky's going to take a step into where the water has disappeared from.
So the water is not pulling away and revealing the land underneath.
No,
It is a hole in space.
Kind of, yeah.
But I mean, he's
Full
not
of clouds.
He's not jumping right in. He's kind of putting a foot in to see what
I mean,
happens.
it's like putting your foot off the back of an airplane. Like there's nothing there. You
Okay,
can't.
I'm going to try to jump into the water then if there's any water close enough to me.
Okay. Make a swim roll.
You got to go now. That's what Franky's thinking.
I don't know that
Just
we
don't
do.
look down. It's all good until you look down.
Hey, is there
Cartoon
hold up?
I know.
Is there something? I'm like, what's in our fucking adventurer's kit? But do we
We had the
have?
climbers, like
Yeah, we
right?
do. We
Like,
do.
got
Yeah.
Stuff from
Can
mining.
I be like, hold up, like hang on to the other side of a rope or something?
Oh, yeah, I rolled.
Daniel.
Fail.
So I'm a big fan of Roadrunner cartoons.
Yep.
You ever see Wile E. Coyote run off the edge of the cliff and just vanish out of frame? It's basically what happens to Franky. Franky like puts his foot out like he's gonna go somewhere and just free falls.
Oh, his shoes are hanging. And then they go.
Troy, swim roll.
Nope.
You fall some more. You can see some lights in the distance, but you'll have to swim through the air to get there. Alertness roll.
Yes.
You're not alone in the fog. The three still on the shore.
All right. I look around. Is there anything to within a reasonable distance to attach one of our climbing ropes to?
I mean, the boats are down the way. I mean, unless you're gonna just stake it in the ground.
I roll bureaucracy and talk the lake down.
Hey, stop.
Listen, we're just trying to find the city.
I know you're hiding in the city.
I can see it down there.
Spencer, make me an alertness roll for.
+6.
Ooh.
As you're looking around, you're scrambling. You're like, yep, nope, nothing there. The boats are still there. I could use those. Nothing there. The boats are still floating on the surface of the lake.
I pointed out
To the boats.
to the boats.
the
Start
boats.
moving.
All right. Let's sail our sky boats down into this hell.
Stroke.
I tried telling you guys the boats, and no one listened to me at first.
Well, then you
Yeah,
jumped
the
in.
irony of that. Yeah.
We come sailing by him.
Boats were a great idea.
There are large, very uncomfortably large things. None of the shadows apparently get close to you though, as you continue to free fall without much control. Swim, Daniel.
Can I try to slow my fall anyway? Is there an edge to this?
No.
Since I just fell off the edge. What?
You unzip your coat like a parachute.
You're trying to swim on the water air.
Well, you told me I was falling, so at that point I'm going to try to slow my fall down.
Roll that die, will you?
Pass.
You you somehow maintain height. You are moving. You're sort of flapping your wings. You're falling with
Gracefully.
style.
You guys over here mocking Franky, and he looks like an angel coming down.
Good morning. You, the three of you run over. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of boats. They are all cut out of tree trunks. Like I said, very much like you would think indigenous peoples felling a tree and carving out a canoe. It's got these could easily fit 15 people or more in them. They're huge, but each one is sort of intricately carved in some sort of unique style. Snake with scales, eagle with wings, sleeping dog, some sort of pouncing tiger or cat.
Take the one labeled plot.
I like eagle, considering the
eagle.
current situation.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
You notice that these have no oars, no rudders, no tiller, no sails.
Do we just pray? Scoot?
You try willing it.
Let's do one of these
Try
things.
willing it.
Let's will it.
Hopefully, when you guys have
Who is,
navigation.
Forward we go.
Who is, so all three of you getting in the boat then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the eagle.
All right, so all three of you are in the same boat.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
All three of you roll a d4.
Such a sad movie. A D4?
Yep.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Dose.
You all feel a sudden, sense of conviction and rightness of purpose. Yeah. Like,
We're going to buy you a tank.
you're
What?
like, I understand this. I this is right. This is what I'm meant to do. You gain that much sand.
All right.
Thanks for your idea, Daniel.
You're welcome. Glad you decided on it after I jumped.
You didn't really take the time.
I suggested it a long time ago.
All you had to do was get in the boat.
I
You
should
saw,
have.
you saw the guy struggling to survive in midair and said, "Oh, I'll try that."
To be fair, he has succeeded on his one roll.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah, he's floating like a butterfly.
I was thinking. I just made a choice. I was thinking we either go now or we're going to miss our chance. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we had enough. Like I said, I didn't know how fast the water was receding. So I didn't know if we'd make it to the boats, if we'd be
Doesn't
screwed.
matter, man. You're floating like a angel.
Right now I am. We'll see. I still got a long way to go, apparently.
Swim roll, Troy.
Swim for your life.
Yep.
Somehow you're starting to get the hang of it. Maybe Reggie has done some skydiving in the past. It's a weird combination of what's that dumbass swim where you it's like the legs of a frog. You know, you gotta go out and whip your feet and
Breaststroke.
Is it the breaststroke?
Yes.
You're half breaststroke, half keeping yourself level on a plane, but you are heading roughly in the direction of those lights. They're getting closer very quickly. Daniel, luck roll.
Luck roll.
Yep.
Point out Daniel's ill-mannered chuckle at breaststroke. Child.
Hi. It's hi.
You also detect forms in the mist. Big ones, small ones.
One's as big as your head.
No, they're all much, much bigger than that.
No. Fuck. Sorry, dude.
But you seem to continue moving.
Can I kind of do the thing where you just I don't know what the term for skydiving, where you just swan dive?
Yeah, no, you're making me another swim roll.
Want to get away from these things as much as possible. Or as quick as possible, I guess I should say. It's a fail.
So what kind of sound do these things make? Just so I can start putting something together.
Just get some orca noises.
I would go, Jeff, with
Blue whale?
the Star Trek 5?
4.
4? Thanks. I feel like space whale noises are probably appropriate.
Okay.
The three in the boat. What's going on?
I mean, are we just moving then?
No. What are you doing? You're all sitting in the boat. What's your next action?
Oh, we were trying to will it to move, right? That was our thought process.
Okay.
Question
didn't do
is
the
where are we telling it to go? Are we telling it to go to the city? Are we telling it to go to the other side of the lake?
So are the clouds getting any lower?
Hard to say. You're on a foggy lake now.
Okay.
You can definitely tell that there's depth. You're literally, it's like being in a plane. You're sitting in a stationary object over what is clearly clouds.
Maybe just start trying to move towards the middle.
Yeah. Because we're making progress no matter the plan.
I said, hopefully one of you can navigate.
So are you?
We will it to move towards the middle then.
So middle.
You say middle?
Oh, middle. Like that.
It starts to move. Yeah. At a pretty quick clip, actually.
So one of those things where it takes off, you kind of got to hold on to something.
Whoa.
rears you back.
I will a life jacket.
You go forward and down.
Okay.
As you will middle. You start descending. You're going forward, also descending.
Okay.
Troy, how about you give me one more swim roll?
I believe you can fly.
I believe you can die.
Good one?
No.
Oh.
It's just literally the worst you can get.
Real bad? It's called Dex by 3. It was a crit failure?
Yeah.
Just make sure.
It was 000.
Just making sure before I fuck with you.
It's bad.
Dex by 3.
Got it.
Hold that roll. Daniel, swim roll.
Still not. I can grab on to catch my fall.
Oh no, you're falling through space and time. That city's getting real close.
Actually, it's an 11, if that matters.
Oh, so critical?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that into account. Just
There's none of those space whales near me I can latch onto with my pickaxe.
I don't think you want to get close to those, dude. Probably don't want to touch them. Just saying.
Well, I mean, if I can latch onto my pickaxe, it probably can't touch me.
Since when did you carry a pickaxe?
Since we were going mining.
You just suddenly have this on you?
I had a rope. I made my own little Jimmy bag with my pickaxe
This
on
is
it.
the episode you haven't
I
edited.
vaguely recall that.
They
You
did
don't
go mining.
You don't remember when we got mining helmets and stuff?
I vaguely recall
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Another
yeah.
sound you need to find, tinkling glass and the flow of 20,000 baby teeth.
Fail.
Yeah,
Make
that's
sure you check the failure.
should be on the free archive.
How do I foley that?
Dex by 5, please.
It's a little bit better.
Hold that roll. Just barely pass or just barely fail?
It's the latter.
Hold that roll.
By like 2.
The boat is continuing to head towards what I presume is the middle of everything. So it is going forward and down. I mean, it's actually like almost like the Viking ship, right? You know, when it swings, you're angled down and you are.
It's the log ride at Disney.
Yeah,
We all do this. Hell yeah. And we got to pay $30 for a picture at the end.
alertness rolls.
All of us?
Pick me up on your way
Yeah, you have
down.
the 3 of you.
Got it.
Pick
Got
me
it.
up.
Got it.
You all begin to see these massive flying whales moving past your boat. You could see a whole pod of them. A dozen maybe. Your boat's like the size of the smallest part of its flipper.
I had a friend go kayaking in Alaska just to do this with like blue whales. She's got some really amazing photographs.
That'd be awesome.
They
I can
are
imagine.
their mouths are wide open with massive
Miles wide open
exactly.
under the cloud lake.
All right, Ian. We need a full
We're gonna do
cover.
a whole album.
God, I'm trying not to finish the lyrics now.
Right?
Welcome
Just let it out, man. Just let it out.
Carcosa.
I'll show
Place
you
you'll never
everything.
escape.
Oh, fuck me.
Ian, pick us up, will you?
You see, they're moving just like they're swimming, right? So you see, you know, the flippers adjust and they move in the air. You see the tails flap. And you also see,
I don't know why, but I want these to be like Lisa Frank art style.
no, I'm looking at the drawing. They're not. They're terrifying.
You should
beautiful.
Hey,
I was in 6th grade then.
Lisa Frank's going to be the next DG game. Trust me.
Oh God, yeah.
You should make them sound like Dory's whale noises from Finding Nemo. That'd be perfect. Be perfect.
God, you're both so lucky you made luck rolls.
I didn't make mine.
You made your luck roll. You didn't make your last dex check.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very, very important thing.
We didn't get a luck roll. We got an alertness roll.
Yes, because you also see behind these sort of flying whales what look like manta rays.
Okay.
About the size of horses.
Probably a little bit more deadly than the whales.
And they sort of they're following in the whale's wake as if they're coasting along, eating its droppings, leftovers, who knows what, right? But as you move through this pod of whales, you see a couple of them sort of glance in your direction. 2 of them break off and head towards your boat as it speeds.
So we tell the boat to evade.
Troy.
Hi.
You hit solid ground hard. You must have some combat training because you roll with it, but you hit cobbles very hard. I'm taking into account because you got a critical success, right?
He's gonna do the superhero pose. He's gonna do the superhero pose.
Iron Man fall.
You know what's
We'll call it 1 damage. You hit and you roll and you take 1 damage.
You know what's funny is I'm about to make him roll sand here in a second. When he goes splat.
Yell at him to close his eyes.
As you kind of like stand up and brush yourself off, and you kind of my knee. You hear Daniel D6.
You got to start small and then build it up because I'm 3.
You take 3 damage as you hit the cobbles
I'll give you the one that usually rolls low.
right beside the two of you.
Holding my knee.
So yeah, these flying beasts are headed straight for your boat.
Should we will it to go faster?
Yes. I'm doing
Faster,
it now.
faster.
Let's go faster.
To the city.
Torpedoes.
To the city.
Fire
To the city.
torpedoes.
You're thinking fire torpedoes?
I am.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, that was going to be awesome.
That would be dope.
Come on, give me a luck roll. Give me a luck roll on that torpedo.
Yes, definitely. Let me get to the torpedo section of
It's in the back.
possible landscapes. Yeah,
It's in the optional rules section.
They don't got torpedoes in Delta Green handbook? Or anything like it?
Give me torpedoes.
Sure enough, the handbook's got something like torpedoes.
These things come streaking right at you. Sand rolls, please.
Yeah, and we were the foolish ones for jumping.
Hot 7. Oh my god.
Also Ot 7.
Wow. Got a 28 pass.
1 sand from seeing these things wing towards you.
It's all right.
They
I just
flap
got 3 back.
membranous wings as if against some unseen current.
Bless you.
Looks like a Flynn.
I sneeze past mark.
No, wait, sorry.
I know. I
A
did the same
Flynn
thing. Every time somebody
and a Spencer. They come winging in with claws outstretched. They sort of have the weird bat claws on like the end of their sort of manta ray wing things.
Weird.
With claws wide open.
Can we duck down into the boat?
Yeah, get a dodge or.
Dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
So there's dodge and then there's fighting back. So fighting back, it
So I was
looks
right.
like that is an opposed roll, but dodge is just hit the dirt.
Yeah, it's
sort
just
of thing.
evade, yeah. Fighting back is if we actually had a chance to fight something. I don't think
Yeah,
we have that
so, like,
chance
you
here. I
could
think
punch
dodge
the
is
manta
pretty
ray.
much, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you could punch it in its gullet, I guess, but what the If you hit a shark in the nose, does it disappear? Who knows?
So Flynn, one dives at you.
Oh, I fail.
I also fail.
Okay.
So I don't think anything happens. It flies up and attempts to like latch onto you, and you duck behind the side of the boat. And
I think I
swings
done
and misses.
good.
Like I said, I don't think you even have to roll unless he succeeds, right?
Right. You
Yeah.
don't-
So
you
it
don't
doesn't
have to
really
make that
matter. You
call
didn't
until
necessarily
actually-
fail.
Okay, that's fair.
Spencer. This one also swings and misses you.
Sweet.
So what are the 3 of you in the boat doing?
Yeah, absolutely. We need to will this thing
Will
to go faster. And
To the
if it
city.
can, sprout some wings.
And a roof.
And a roof. A big metal roof.
Gatling
Been a metal
gun,
roof on this for
turret.
like 7 sessions. I don't know why you didn't get it.
I see what you did there. I don't approve of it. But I see
But
what you did
I didn't hear you. I wasn't listening.
It was a joke from a different game. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
He's either going to cut it or leave it. It's fine.
Probably should.
I think you should cut in the audio from Out of the Abyss right there.
There's a
for that
really long
argument.
thing that had to do with we were in a wagon, and some people don't understand what a wagon is and thought suddenly it had some sort of metal roof.
It does.
I think I'm.
And it became a hotly contested thing because it was like, no, it's got a roof on it. And like everybody else at the table was like, what sort of goddamn wagon has a, like, this isn't the Oregon Trail.
It kind of was.
a metal roof on a wagon though?
I mean, I
don't-
could,
It's
I
a-
could
it was a
see,
dwarven wagon.
I could see.
Okay.
So I could
See?
see a cloth roof, but
I'm gonna kill your
It's dwarf.
beasts of burden.
Lucas and Lucas. They both apparently swing around and come back at you.
Can't.
That one misses. The second one will hit you. It comes flying in with claws and
Dodge.
teeth.
Okay. How much damage do I take? D20?
About to find out what Steve Irwin was thinking when he died.
Crikey.
Rude.
Crikey.
This thing wraps, it brings both wings around, and a claw like pins each shoulder. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And it drops you to the deck of the boat and is like,
It's not like a
snapping at your face.
very
I
large.
really
It's more
thought
like
you
a
were gonna
canoe,
pull
right?
him
It's
off
not
the
very
boat.
long, not very large.
Not yet.
So we got a horse-sized piece of in our boat.
Yeah. Well, as much as it can.
Well, Yeah, it's the way he read it sounded more like it was a dugout canoe, so it's not like it's deep
Yeah.
or that big.
It's probably got 4 hind legs, 7. I don't know. Kind of like propped on the boat.
So punch it in the dick. I mean, if it's that much bigger, is it not like capsize the boat when it hits
You
it?
know, I was going to ask
It's not
that.
really in the water.
Excellent idea.
Why don't you
Daniel.
shut up?
I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
I'm rooting for the
lead.
I'm rooting for the whales now.
Place your bets. Troy's back.
Don't want to take the boat until after Franky jumps in.
You're the reason I drink.
Okay, well, drink more.
Dex, I mean, kind of going in Dex order here, but who wants to do anything? You've now got one on the boat, and it looks like it's getting ready to tear his throat
That's
out.
really smooth.
Has the boat seemed to respond to the willing like faster?
It is moving at a greater clip, but these
Okay.
things are at least as fast as
Yeah,
the boat.
yeah. I would pull out my pickaxe and just try to bury it in the back of this thing.
Pull out
Give
my
me
gun.
some sort of like unarmed combat or something.
Where my shit?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same. I was thinking cane, but pickaxe seems more effective.
Got it.
Okay. Roll me damage. D3 minus 1 is a punch. It's going to be stronger than a punch. I'll go to D6. I think a D6 is fair.
It's one of those longer,
6.
sharper pickaxes.
You swing, and it's as if the thing... I feel like I should make you roll another sand. I'm not going to, but it's as if the thing isn't quite there all the way. And like you swing through it, you're like, this is kill shot. And you like swing through its head, and it like sort of passes through like a hologram.
Do I hit Lucas?
You don't. You take a fucking giant... I mean, you just bury that right in the side.
I spread my legs at the right time as it goes right in the bottom of the canoe.
It sort of like shudders and sort of turns and looks at you.
Eat him! Eat him!
Spencer.
It's because it's got damage reduction 6.
So seeing that
just
happen,
partially ethereal.
I am not going to use my pickaxe. I am going to start to just try to swat it away and just get in its face and try to, like with a bear, you just go, "Oh, I'm big too, man. I'm big too."
Why don't you just spit
Maybe it's
on
like
it,
a bear.
Perfect. Roll me an intimidate.
Sunday.
Act
Old
bigger
man
than the
versus
bear.
manta ray. Old man wins. Pass.
What
was your roll?
In this roll. So I'm like, I asked you for a thing that I know isn't in the game, so I'm impressed you passed.
I just got a low score.
Okay.
So.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't a critical or something.
What is it that's
I could be persuading him.
Yeah, I was thinking that there was another one besides persuade, but yeah, no, you definitely start making a ton of noise and
So I'm
start
thinking-
yelling and screaming and wah!
Free action to talk.
And
Yeah.
6 more turn to
I'm
look
gonna
and see
yell
what the noise is.
flashlights. Hit it with flashlights. Do we have
You
flashlights
are-
or lanterns?
You are laying on your back.
Yeah.
This thing has its hooks in each one of your shoulders. It's got snapping teeth in front of you. Would you like to do anything?
Can I still grab?
Sure. I mean, you're pinned to the deck. You got big old meat hooks in each one of your shoulders. Like, you're not going anywhere easily.
I mean, if he's yelling flashlights, I guess I'll just go. I mean, sure, I'll pull
You
out a
can blame
flashlight. I'll turn it on and just shine it right up its butthole.
Yeah, no, there's a giant beacon of light in the very dark clouds, right in its face. It doesn't seem pleased with it.
This isn't working, you bastard.
At least he's a target now.
Speaking of being a target, it opens its jaws and starts moving in on your face.
He hit it last.
I know.
You shine a light at him. Why'd you do that?
You told me to. Can I dodge the bite?
It goes in, and maybe it's the light that did it, but you see it with one bite tear a chunk out of the boat. And like it falls off into the cloud sky. It just
The manta ray?
no. The boat
Damn
ripped
it.
out.
My
Speaking
job
of,
here is
Spencer,
done.
You get buzzed by the second one as you do your giant, oh my god, scare the bear thing. As it
Right.
whoosh, you feel it fly right past your head, screeching and screaming. And biting.
Bad idea.
This is
Bad
why
idea.
I didn't join
Hit
the
the deck.
Navy.
You guys' turns. The boat's descending, but it's still several rounds until you get to the city.
Have we seen this? Have we seen them start falling through the sky yet in the boat?
You guys have a whole thing going on. I figure you guys are doing other things. We'll get to the two of you.
Oh, okay.
You're-
Is his flashlight shining through it?
Not really, no. Like parts of it, but not all of it.
So
It's as if it has
Hit the solid bits.
unnatural biology.
So you said it was kind of like membranous and
Yeah.
almost.
Like bat wings.
Is there anything that like in its torso that looks more tangible or
No.
substantial?
I mean, it's rocking the hell out of the boat, so it has weight and mass. But it's like when you hit it, it was like you were swinging through air.
Okay, and I can't
water.
discern like there's a different coloration here.
No.
It didn't seem to hurt it at all.
It definitely got pissed off. It roared and thrashed when you did it.
Well, I'll try to hit it again, I guess. No.
Okay. You swing and thunk. It's thrashing about. Spencer.
Okay. I should have jumped off the cliff. That's what I should have
Well, we all
done.
should have, but it's
We
fine.
should've, yeah.
This is fun. It's content. Let's do it.
All right. I am going to take a swing at it too.
Sure.
Miss.
Lucas.
I pulled out my gun.
I was waiting for someone to do that.
Big shotgun. Just
Perfect. Can't possibly go wrong.
ought one. Fuck you.
Okay.
Wow.
At close range.
Roll me some damage.
What's the damage on close range? I don't recall.
I don't think it matters at close range.
Not in Dota Green.
I thought it did.
If this thing's like bear hugging him, where did he have this shotgun that he can get it out?
I'm not sure.
It's very sawed off.
He rolled a not one, so he wiggles it in there.
I actually don't have the damage die written down for that. Does anybody know what that is off the top of their head? Did you have it written down?
D10's a pistol, so I'm going to imagine shotgun is pretty substantial.
Yeah. I always thought there was a close range.
In Call of Cthulhu, there is. I
In
think.
Call of Cthulhu, I believe there is extra damage. I do not believe there is extra damage in this game.
Thank you.
Don't spill whiskey on the table. Not only is it a waste of whiskey, it hurts the table.
Double whammy.
Is it a slug or a shot?
It's a shotgun. So I would
Damn it, Lucas.
shot.
Okay.
I don't think it's slugs.
The best part of all is
2d10.
the best part of all is that Jeff's going to edit this, and he's going to say, "God damn it, Lucas," when he has to hear that a second time.
Yes, I actually did.
Does it say anything about shot? I swear to God, there was a close range thing. Maybe the close range just gives you like an extra die or something. I don't know.
It's full damage up to 10 meters.
So it's just full. So then it's just full damage.
Yeah.
So then it's 20 damage.
You know, I just got done telling you were right.
Like, do I have to roll it?
And I feel bad for it.
Hold on.
No, it can't be right.
Full damage. Full damage up to 10 meters, 1d10 from 11 to 20
It's
meters.
2D. It's
So it would
2d10
be
because you're
2d10
close.
full damage.
So then I just get.
No,
No.
it's not.
You still roll, but you roll
you
the
still roll it.
full damage dice for.
Oh, so I thought you were reading it as if you just get the full
No,
damage. Sorry.
That's not how it works.
You don't get full damage up to 40.
I got 14.
That'd be dope.
14.
Well. You pull out the shotgun, aim center mass, go. It gets all hologrammy again and goes. "Wah!"
You just broke
And
the
rears down and bites
matrix.
you in the face again.
He broke the matrix.
I don't think it was. I think it's just dead. I don't think there's a point fighting it. Clearly, nothing kills it.
No.
Told you broke the matrix.
I mean, it's
Do you have your keys,
reacting.
Lucas?
Huh?
So do you have your keys?
Nope.
It again takes a giant bite. There's not a lot of wood now behind your head.
Just will it away.
Yeah, I had that thought.
Speaking of, Spencer was still bear screaming. Though he did stop.
I did stop.
What was it? Still Spencer. The second one comes screeching in, but you guys are diving at a steeper angle now, and it seems to zoom right over the top of you. This thing has almost chewed the boat in half. Still got claws pinned in Adrian, who's screaming in pain.
No, I would legit just scream, will it away.
Yeah, I'll try. I imagine that it flies away. Put that thought into the universe.
Gideon?
Will it imagine that it eats its friend instead?
I am going to try to hit it again with my pickaxe, but this time I'm going to imagine just burying this thing into its like wicked black heart that I know is there.
Sure, go
I'm
ahead.
just missing it.
Will?
Yes, 31.
Roll me some damage. D6, I believe.
5.
You see him swing and put it in this thing's back, and it it sort of shakes, and you feel that sucker bury into it like it was a tree trunk. And you pull it out, and there's a big sling of gore and ichor, and it starts thrashing around, which really hurts the claws that are into your shoulders.
Sure.
Anybody else want to take an action?
Sure
in
it
the boat?
does. Does anyone else want to take an action?
Yeah. What else you want to do?
Cock and fire.
All right.
So imagine just ventilating this twat.
I mean, I don't know if you would tell me that was what you did, but
Were they all able to see it more substantial, like gore coming
Oh,
off?
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to say, imagine blowing this thing to bits.
I fucking dead.
Not well enough.
Still a hit.
Okay.
Two
I
to
mean,
10.
you're right in front of it. As Jeff has pointed out, I don't know where the shotgun came from, but I like it.
9.
It's flailing, thrashing, and you just, like putting down Old Yeller, just point the thing right in its
Jesus.
open mouth and pull the trigger.
Spoiler alert.
We watch different movies.
It's a different version of Old Yeller.
I'll see you in hell, dog.
Pretty sure that was off screen.
I think that was a snuff film you watched.
The head of this
Serbian
thing
film? What is your problem?
comes off. Gore flies around the boat, covering you both. The hooks come out. It falls off the side of the boat.
I scream, shoot the other one.
The other one is conspicuously nowhere to be found. And then you look over and realize you are approaching solid ground at an incredible rate of speed.
Slow down. Nice gentle landing. We're going to sully this bitch.
Dex by
Parachute.
5 for the three of you.
Parachute. Dex by 5. Where's my Dex by 5?
Got it.
Oh, yeah. 2.
14.
Got it. Odd 8.
The boat becomes a piece of paper and just...
Just lands on Daniel.
No, it smashes into the ground with extreme
okay.
force. You all take 1 damage as you all manage to leap off of it as it shatters on the cobblestone.
And for some reason, it makes a scenic explosion in the background.
I don't look back.
Lens flare, Michael Bay explosions.
Yep.
Does anybody else have first aid? 'Cause I don't think I can first aid myself, can I? Or is that just a Cthulhu rule?
I have first aid.
Before the boat crashes with Michael Bay-esque explosions and J.J. Abrams lens flares around you, Troy and Daniel, you have the chance to sort of look around and take into account what you see. You see a beautiful city laid out before you. You're on a cobble street. You could see towers with spires. It sort of has this familiar Victorian or Belle Epoque feel. Wooden shutters, iron railings. It looks gorgeous in the night sky. You could see huge bulb towers of a palace or similar large building in the distance. You could see, however, the streets are empty. You hear nothing. You see no one. See a lot of posters on the wall, paper posters that have been hung up on lampposts and walls in a strange alphabet. Some of these posters have a blood red symbol painted on them, 3 curved lines that kind of look reminiscent of like a wave. It is about that time that there is a loud explosion as the 3 of these guys jump off of a boat that they flew down from up above.
How far off is the palace?
It seems to be very close.
Do we have that same sense of dread that we had in the Upside Down?
You do. But as you're all kind of standing there, something comes to you. It's as if the fog has lifted from your brain a little bit, and some realizations come to you. You know that this is Carcosa, and it's ruled by the King in Yellow. This is an alien country that absorbs ruined and corrupt places and times into itself. Various locations on Earth, the McAllister Building, the Dorchester House, the Hotel Broadalbin, are connected to Carcosa and are being consumed. Yittil, the city you're in, was absorbed by Carcosa long ago. But time has no place here, and so Yittil is forever being consumed. A living reflection of Yittil lives in the depths of Lake Halley. This is where the king holds court. You've been here before, or perhaps be here again, or will never leave. It feels hazy and dreamlike but familiar, like a long-lost childhood home. And you're hungry. Thanks, Spencer.
All right, you're welcome.
Surely the palace has some bad foods and a phone. So we can call Mr. Wild to give him his bottle back. Tired of that guy calling me.
Star 69.
Cody, when you say the posters have a strange script, are the letters recognizable, but it's like a cipher, or?
They're oddly Cyrillic looking.
Okay.
Like it's recognizable as script, but it's not one you know.
Does anyone
So
have
it's
anthropology?
not that sort of code? Okay.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not a cipher. Although looking at the postcard, very, very similar to the skyline you're seeing right
No
now.
one has anthropology to try to decipher these things. Seems they
I don't.
I do.
some
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Is that an option, GM?
Sure. You need to make a very successful roll.
You said Cyrillic.
Correct.
So like Russian?
Do you have Russian?
I do.
It's not Russian.
Okay.
You know for a fact, they'd be like, that's Russian. In the same way that I'd be like, that's Mandarin, having no idea if it's Mandarin or any other number of Asiatic,
But would his score in Russian help to succeed on this roll if it's similar?
No, it's definitely not Russian.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you could take some guesses, but no, you can't really decipher it.
I was trying to add to your total.
So, you say the streets are empty.
Yes.
But are there any signs of life?
No, your shutters are banging in the wind.
Gotcha.
Rubble is like down alleyways and stuff. You can see trash and stuff discarded. Out of the corner of your eye, you keep thinking like there's movement, but you turn your head and there's nothing there.
Let's move to the palace.
Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.